Welcome to GamerStation's Browser Games of the Week for the week of January 22nd, and I'm your host, SnakeYukin Lindsey. If you played the previous game in the series, you might be surprised how it's changed. The game is divided into several levels, which you'll slowly complete. Your goal is to overpower your enemy and destroy their base. After each level, you'll be given points to use to upgrade your existing troops and to obtain new ones. It's not the hardest game out there, but it is entertaining for a while. They're robots, and they're clashing. What more do you want to know? Okay, it's a strategy game that's similar to the previous game I just mentioned, to an extent. What you'll primarily be doing is just clicking on certain items to downgrade the time it takes to make them, clicking those items to give it to soldiers, and figuring out if you want to put your points to an item now or wait for another one later. While all stages aren't a simple destroy the enemy base, it's pretty close to it. It's a dungeon crawler, or as I think it's being called now, roguelike, and it's one I like too. You start off the game by choosing a race and a class, then you're thrown into a dungeon to kill anything that gets in your way, for experience of course, and to help you level up. I'm kind of unsure if there's an actual story to this game, but I do know that there'll be lots of clicking to go to somewhere and to attack. You're just an average smo who works a day in and day out at the office, but then one day something happens. You can sit anywhere you want and coins will magically come to you as some magical entity guides them to you. We've seen similar games to this in the past. It's a simple, create a straight line to guide coins to your goal. Though it's simple, it's far from easy. So aliens have come to Earth and killed off nearly the entire population because we somehow didn't find out about a large mass of some enemy ships heading towards our planet, like lots of other games out there. How come that always seems to happen? Anyways, your goal is to destroy all the enemy ships that come into the area and to keep your shields up. When they go down, civilians on your ship will die. After each mission or so, you will likely level up and can boost certain stats on your ship. We have a new distance game on our hands. You control a paper airplane that goes from land to land, carrying a new message from an inhabitant in that land. Unlike, say, Toss the Turtle, the goal isn't to get as far as you can in a single throw. No, it's about getting to the end. Just the further you go means the less days it takes. After each flight, you can choose which upgrade you want for your plane to help it go further the next day. Ever want to create a dungeon that some dumb adventurer could explore? Well then, this game is precisely what you've been waiting for, with an emphasis on that dumb adventurer's part. Creating the dungeon isn't the greatest thing out there. Just click where you want to create a path, joining the entrance to the exit and to the monsters and what be in it. Your goal is to get your adventurers buff enough to face the boss in the 15th level. Also, these adventurers can be quite stupid going back and forth in the same spot. The long-awaited sequel to Massive War. At least, I'm assuming someone out there has been waiting for a long time for a sequel. If you play the first one, you'll feel right at home in this one. Before each battle, level up your troop stats to possibly make the battle a little easier. The battle itself consists of often clicking troops you think will do the job, and often they will. I'm sure in later battles it'll become more difficult, but I don't really have the time to play through all of these games to find out. Tesla, a mad genius. At least that's what I hear people call him. This game puts you in control of a giant Tesla coil that must fry the invading army that wants to destroy it. I'm really not sure why. Maybe they're afraid of it. After each wave, you can level up certain stats of the death ray. Not much needs to be said about this game. Click on enemies to make them fry. The longer it goes on, the harder it becomes. So get this. One day, the indie game show BiteJacker is recording a new show. But guess what? Zombies have rose and it's up to the crew to save the world. Or something like that. It's your usual dual-stick run-and-gun zombie shooter with some new features. Laying around the area are certain shiny objects that indicate you can search them, stand near them, and you'll begin to search and might get either money, ammo, a new weapon, or nothing at all. As you continue to kill zombies with weapons, certain stats will be increased and new weapons will be unlocked at the store. Also, there are several cameos in this game. Can you spot any? Time for new shmup, or shoot 'em up. Actually, it's a remake of Warning Forever, a game I've never heard of. You face off against only boss ships, which get harder and harder to defeat as time goes on. With each incarnation of the boss, there will be more and more guns aiming at you. There's 32 achievements to attain and 7 weapon upgrades to unlock. The sequel to K.O.L.M.I.A.M, which I never played, comes a new game that I have no idea how it's similar to that one. You know, I should kind of research that. You control a little robot that is wanting Motherbot's approval, which involves getting out of levels in under a minute. To help you get to the exit, you will find random parts throughout the level that will allow you to make it through, such as being able to go in water or being able to jump. Sadly, these abilities don't carry over to each level, and expect to occasionally backtrack through the rooms. Are those pesky humans getting on your last processing cycle? Then it's time to take control and prove that you're indeed the superior being. You are a rogue AI program that goes from one high-class facility to another. Hack into each mainframe to take control. To do so, you must hack all the minor computers around. But beware, as those scientists will stop any hacking attempts that they see. To help you, you can lock doors, turn out lights, and turn the robots against the humans. It's one of those click this object to make things, but not those things, drop into the exit type of game. This time it involves monsters. They're not the scary, evil, killer monsters that we're used to. No, they're cute and adorable monsters. Those evil ones have to be thrown off the screen and killed. Because they're evil. Ready for some action-packed shooter mayhem that's free? If you are, Armor Mayham might pique your interest. The game is what can be best described as an offline, online-esque shooter. Go around and kill any person you see in deathmatch or get flags for those capture the flag matches. The real downside to this game is that there doesn't appear to be any online play, which this game seems to be harkened for. And now for our classic browser game of the week. This is where we pick a classic browser game, one that's over a year old, that we still like to play to this day. Our pick for this week is Alien Hominid. Ah yes, now this takes me back. Probably one of my first experiences with a browser game that I actually liked to play. For those that don't know, you play as an alien who's being hunted by tons of agents, and it's a classic side-scrolling shooter, say similar to Metal Slug. This was also later extended and put to the consoles, and it would also lead to games like Castle Crashers in the upcoming Battle Block Theater. If you like games, especially online games, you should play this game. And with that, this week's Browser Games of the Week list comes to an end. Now, if you don't know, each and every Sunday we're going to be having a new video in this series. So if you want to be up to date on these videos, our previews, reviews, contests, giveaway, or whatever we decide to do, then simply subscribe to us. It only takes one click. Also, if you feel that a game came out this week and it was good, but it's not on our list, simply leave a link to it in our comment section because, well, the truth is, we probably either skipped it because our list was too long, or we may not have been able to find it. So, just leave a link to it in our comment section. And with that, please like, comment, rate, fave, and all that stuff for our video.
Is for the bodaciousness that Bradley brings to this beat. R is for the ridiculous radicalness I'm about to release. A is for the absolute awesomeness, anti-hero alive. G is dang short for deliciousness, cause I'm a delectable guy. So big. R